Alandir, home planet of mystical creatures, wizards, and legendary warriors. Of its 3 continents, only one is said to be inhabitable by human races, Velezir. During prehistoric times, several thousand years before the war against the shadows of hell, Velezir was shattered by huge cataclysms and broke into 3 parts: the Boreal subcontinent, the southern subcontinent, and the island of Venhelion. This event is known as the breaking of Velezir. 10,000 years before the days of Arca, the Dragon King, when Almerian king of Listerion was about to face the demons, the Boreal subcontinent and the southern subcontinent comprised several independent states. The Boreal subcontinent comprises 3 ethnic groups. The central areas are inhabited mainly by the Thanandar. These proud and warlike men founded the 7 main kingdoms, including the most powerful of the Boreal realms, Ardral and Listerion. Since the earliest days of the Thanandar kingdoms, the men of Ardral have been renowned for their incredible mastery of warfare. Such is their might that 200 years after the Great War against the Shadows of Hell, Yggdrasil III of Ardral would become the first king to unite the entire Boreal subcontinent under his rule, after having decisively defeated the armies of Listerion. On the eastern borders of Ardral, the citizens of Listerion are the wealthiest of all the Boreal people. Listerion control most of the eastern trade routes and has become the crossroad of Boreal trade. Since the days of Almerion, their kings are blessed with the power of wind and ensure the safety and prosperity of their loyal subjects. The 5 other Thanandar kingdoms, Dorelion, Calgar, Ologrod, Illisan, and Varkalad, though less powerful than Ardral and Listerion, are a force to be reckoned with. The coastal realms were founded by a more ancient ethnic group, called the Vinister. The Vinister kingdoms rely mostly on their skilled seafarers and fast ships to ensure a decent level of prosperity. Last, the 2 inland kingdoms of Amanias and Velesten are the homeland of the fierce Melnaran tribesmen, famed for their skirmishes and their rough pastoral way of life. The island of Venhelion is shrouded in mystery. The origins of its population remain unknown. It is said to be ruled by giant eagles who are supposed to be very ancient creatures, wise but fearsome, who only care about the welfare of their subjects. They keep them safe from any outside threat, as a powerful spell prevents any ship from boarding the coasts. The southern subcontinent lies between the Kelister Ocean and the Lyrian Sea. It is split in 2 halves: the Dusk, inhabited by the Urgarod, and the Dawn, territory of the dreaded Clanitharian clans. The Urgarod extended their rule over 3 prosperous kingdoms: Valarak, Eremin, and Thrinadal. Their huge warships ensure the control of the main naval trade routes. Thrinadal is by far the most powerful of the Urgarod kingdoms, and its kings are said to be even wealthier than the kings of Listerion. The Clanitharians are universally regarded as the best sailors of Velezir. No one knows where they came from. 2,000 years before the war against the Shadows of Hell, they came from nowhere to invade the Dawn from the Lyrian Sea, wreaking terrible havoc upon the now extinct indigenous people. The Dawn, since then called Clanithar, is divided between numerous Clanitharian clans. The most prominent and formidable of these clans, the Valandil Horde, is endlessly at war with Thrinadal. Shortly after the conquest of Listerion by Yggdrasil III of Ardral, tension reached such a pitch that the very fate of Thrinadal was at stake. But somewhere in the countryside, a legendary hero was about to rise and change the course of history.